Hello students, welcome you all to IFI Business School Kolkata, and it's time for the induction sessions, and I have been entrusted the job of one of the most interesting subjects of today, which is managerial effectiveness. I wish I and would have been glad if I could have met you face to face in the classroom. However, this is a makeshift arrangement, and I welcome you heartily to the class of 2022 over here. And I wish that all of you come out as successful managers in 2 years down the line. So to start off, and what's there in the agenda today. So the first thing that we are going to learn is the significance of managerial effectiveness. What do you expect from the course? And then finally we will brush up and end with what's the support that's there at hand. So before I start moving on to the topic, pertinent to introduce myself, and I would definitely love to learn a lot about all of you as well in due course of time. But here goes my journey. Well, as a faculty member, I've been associated with IFI Business School since 2018, and I was there as a visiting faculty taking classes on marketing management. Yes, so those of you who are interested in learning more about marketing management will definitely be in touch with me here on. However, came 2019, and my journey from the corporate shifted towards a being a full-time faculty, and since 2019 September, I have been associated with this great institute as a full-time faculty member taking classes in marketing management, in brand management, and in retail management. And prior to this, I was a part of the regional marketing team out there at Spencer's. Prior to that, a part of the brand management team at Anandabazar Potrika. Prior to that, with MakeMyTrip.com as the regional marketing manager for East and North India. And I had kick-started my journey with Future Group, taking care of marketing for the value retail format, which was Big Bazaar. However, having been there in the corporate world for 12 years and done that, it's time to, as I always keep saying to my students, that time to shed the light of all that I've learned during the course of my tenure in the corporate world, and train you people so that you people are enough equipped as you barge on your journey in the corporate world. And what better subject to start off with than managerial effectiveness? So something which all you budding managers would be looking forward to in due course of time. Is it just the technical skills that you require? Is it that human touch that you require? Or is it the conceptual skills that you require? Well, it's possibly a mix of all the three. However, it varies in the different levels of being a manager. So to start off with what effective management definition is, so effective management means thinking and acting in the right manner. And all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So without much ado, let me start off with a small story. After taking over as the CEO and chairman of General Electric (GE), Jack Welch set about restructuring the company. He downsized the company by removing the non-performing employees and made sure that each year at least 10% of the non-performing employees were removed. Wasn't that scary? Well, to make the employees feel accountable and responsible for their work, he developed a plan called Workout, which enabled the employees to give suggestions and ideas directly to their bosses. Interesting? Well, this made the employees feel accountable to the organization and improve their productivity. Through this plan, Welch reduced the communication barriers caused by the hierarchical levels in the structure of the organization. He encouraged direct employee and manager interaction, and this improved the productivity of both the organization and the employees. GE's success lay in effective people management, and Welch was definitely an effective people manager and an effective executive as well. And taking this route, there's one company, even in the Indian retail part, where they have started off something which is called as out of the box, where employees are again encouraged to share their own ideas. They drop their ideas in the box. The best of the ideas are always appreciated by the topmost senior management. And yes, this is because, the level between the manager and the employee has to be reduced. The hierarchical gap has to be reduced so that, decision making happens at a faster pace. So in today's world, you as managers should act as leaders and motivators. You are the ones who need to plan, to organize, to implement, and to control the organizational activities and resources. You, as the budding managers, in due course of time, will be responsible for the effective working of the employees in the organization. What happens, imagine yourself to be the manager of an organization and you have a 5-people team to manage. So all of a sudden, morning, you get a call that, 2 of your team members are not coming because they are ill. So what happens? Are you frustrated? Are you angry? Yes, definitely you should be. However, how do you control your emotions at that point of time? How do you acquire your human skills to motivate the rest of the 3 members in your team to put in 200% of theirs, and so that your work gets delivered at the right point of time? Yes, so those are things which we are going to learn in due course of time from this course. Of course, finally, it is you have to select the right people for the right jobs. Fitment is, of course, one of the best things that you need to take care of. So if you put the right people doing the right job, you are there to succeed. And today, it's in the 21st century that we are living in. So never before have the demands been greater. Being good at the process is not good enough. Today, the modern manager needs to be creative, number 1, needs to be inspiring, number 2, and needs to be motivating, number 3. Of course, last but by no way the least, they have to have great interpersonal and people skills. So why creative? In today's world, let's take for example, we are going through the tough times of COVID-19, and Corona has seen a lot of sectors suffering. However, imagine yourself being in the retail sector. Imagine that you are the store manager and you have a bench strength of around 180 people overall to manage your store. However, in today's date, not more than 20 or 25 people are reporting to the store. How do you manage the home deliveries? How do you ensure that the customer delight is maintained? How do you ensure that all the orders that you receive on phone are getting delivered to the customer? Well, you need to be creative. You need to have those facets, keep those facets in mind, which can lead you to become successful and deliver the customer all that he needs at the right point of time. You need to be inspiring. Yes, you need to chalk out who are the ones who you need to roster out with your human resource manager, that who are the ones who are available on a particular day. Roster it out on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every day in the week, you need to at least keep a bench strength of around a 10 to 15% people for sure to deliver your job. You have to motivate them. Is it only monetary things that matter, or the non-monetary things as well? And finally, you have to have the great interpersonal and people skills. In today's world, you just cannot leave it to dictatorship and be like a Hitler asking people to do things as it was maybe a century back. But today, if you are to succeed as a manager, you have to have the interpersonal and the people skills for sure. You will need to acquire those skills, those behaviors, and the competencies to be able to drive performance through your teams in a motivating and empowering way. So these are the facets which lead to an effective management. So you got to be a good leader. You need to self-motivate yourself first and then motivate the others. You need to have the competencies, the knowledge for sure, the technical skills for sure, at the lower level of an executive, and then as you go higher up the rung of a manager, you need to acquire the competencies wherein both your technical, your human skills, and your conceptual skills go to a higher level. People skills is always one of the major facets. So in today's date, you come here to do a 2-year PGPM program. So I wish and I hope that all of you will pass out this PGPM program with flying colors in 2 years down the line. But however, once you're there in the corporate world and land up to manage a team of 10 to 15 people, you need to apply these skills that you acquired through the PGPM program. And you need to lead a team in the manner that you have learned during the course of the PGPM program. So in today's world, it is not just the organization that you're managing. You need to manage your home front. You need to manage your peers. You need to manage your bosses. You need to manage your subordinates as well. So at each and every level, you are having to have the people skills for sure. Working smarter or working harder? Well, in today's world, it's always working smarter that matters most. And all these are stuff that you are expected to learn through this course of effective managerial skills. So this is what I told you. So the first line management is more about technical, lesser about the human and conceptual. However, higher the rung you go, your human skills need to improve in the middle management, and at the top managerial level, it's more of the strategic decisions that you need to take, and therefore the conceptual skills come into being. Well, to set the expectations right from the very beginning, what is it that you would expect through the course? We will be supporting all you budding managers in the short, medium, and long-term development of your own skills and attitudes by, of course, a mixture of these lectures that you're listening to and the case-based studies that you would be getting, and a continuous support by the email assignments. So our proposal is based on the assumption that human beings learn best by doing rather than just seeing and hearing. So, if I make it a monotonous monologue from my end, possibly you people will be listening, but you people will not be taking it to the heart. So therefore, I believe in case-based learning. So there'll be small caselets which I'll be sharing with all of you. There will be some real-time situations which I will be giving you, and how to deal with those situations to come out successfully is what you will be learning in due course of time. Of course, we'll be having the face-to-face discussions through Zoom. I will be giving you some assignments online, and you need to duly complete the assignments and come back to me on time. So the course outline suggests that we'll be having courses on stress management, on time management, creativity in management, emotional intelligence. Well, yes, that's one of the most important things. Your IQ might be very high, your EQ might be low. So how do you up your emotional skills is something that we'll be learning. Your interpersonal skills, your leadership and change management, and your multicultural communication skills is all that we are going to cover in these few days of your induction program. Of course, anytime you need any support, you can mail me. My mail ID is there. So it's shubhanand.day@ibsindia.org. And our student service cell is also there at your support. So it's colssc@ibsindia.org. Thank you so much, dear students. I hope you've been able to understand what the expectations from the course are. Wish you all the very best as you have started off with your dream course of PGPM, and I pray honestly that 2 years down the line, all of you fly with flying colors and be effective, efficient, and excellent managers in due course of time. So thank you so much for listening patiently to me throughout this session. Thanks a lot.